At the Coaching Academy, we're thrilled to introduce Delenta, our partner in making coaching easier and more impactful than ever before. Whether you're a seasoned coach or just starting out, Delenta offers everything you need to run a thriving practice in one easy-to-use platform. Imagine having all your client information, scheduling, and invoicing in one place. You can say goodbye to endless admin tasks and focus on what matters most: coaching. With a click, you're ready to book, track, and manage appointments. It's seamless and saves you valuable time. Delenta's client management tools allow you to effortlessly monitor progress and set goals, helping your clients stay on track while giving them a polished professional experience. And with secure data management, both you and your clients can feel confident that sensitive information is well protected. So, if you're ready to take your coaching practice to the next level and want to make your coaching simpler, smarter, and more efficient, you can get started with your free trial today.
Without further ado, I'm going to introduce you, first of all, to Sam, who's the CEO, and then I want to introduce you to Danya, whom is going to be sort of taking you through how the platform works in a sort of separate session. So, Sam, welcome to Coaching Academy again. We've had a few chats, haven't we, up until now, and it's lovely to see you again. CEO of Delenta, it would be lovely for you just to maybe share a little bit about who you are and how Delenta sort of came to be.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hi, Sharon. Hi, everyone. It's lovely to be here this afternoon with you all. So like Sharon said, we already had a webinar a couple of weeks ago, and we shared a lot about Delenta in the presentation. So again, we are really honored about your interest about the coaching platform and how you like to systemize your business, like Sharon said. So a little bit about myself. And I'm basically for technologists. For the last 20 years, I've been building technology, helping large organizations to provide digital transformational kind of consultancy. And I work both US, UK, and Australia. So Delenta sort of emerged back in 2018 as a social experiment. So after working with large corporates for a while, I don't know whether you have that experience. You get a little bit tired, a little bit thinking, you know what, am I climbing the right kind of ladder? Do I want to sort of continue pushing this forward kind of thing? So I had the same kind of reflections back in 2017, 18. I took a break, career break, and I thought I'm doing something sort of a purposeful next sort of a coming to next year's. Did not know what to do, but I always love to share knowledge with others. So I created a knowledge sharing platform in 2018. So its idea is simply you publish your availability saying that I know this subject, you can connect with me and have a chat with me. Sort of a very simple idea. And 2020, during the pandemic, while things are all going crazy, we sort of found a lot of people start using our product to share their knowledge on our platform. It was a free product, so it was, there's nothing, no sort of a income kind of stream. It's just a pet project from my end, and then interesting thing happened. Most of the people who came to share knowledge on our platform were coaches. I did not know much about coaching. I'm technologist. I'm kind of coming from a sort of tech consultancy background myself. And I was really crushing my ears and thinking, my God, like, why people are doing sports coaching on our platform? Like, why would anyone, do this, right? So I connected with a few people in the platform who basically sort of start using the product. And I said, what sort of coaching? Like, I was expecting more like rugby or football or something like that. But they said, no, we just basically doing some personal development coaching. And I was like, okay, so I need to learn a little bit about this coaching side of things. And I actually took a coaching academy training back in 2020. So I went to the city. I basically sort of got like an in-person sort of course, like a 2-day event. Was there, and I was thinking, wow, I just opened my eyes. Like I was completely into coaching now. I would start reading about coaching. I was thinking, oh my God, this is the next big thing that I should basically be part of. So 2000, I mean, fast forward 2021, I spoke to a lot of people in the community and said, so all these coaches, I would like to know how we can improve the platform. And they said, can you create a white label solution? Can I create a solution that I can put my brand on, put all these tools on and all that? So again, a guy who like to develop things. So we kind of, got into the conversations with this community, got the feedback, and start building Delenta. So, originally Delenta, like if you're wondering why the name Delenta is actually stand for thank you for sharing, because we wanted people to come and share their knowledge with others on our platform without any obligation, without any kind of transactions. And so we call it Dealen in Dutch is sharing, Tyres in thank you, thank you for sharing. So that's what we sort of put together as a name. And then we kept going, like the same values, we share, like, again, when we met Sharon and when she started using the product and she said, Sharon, like, that's amazing. You're using our product, how we can add more value. And she said, yeah, brilliant. This is great. That. So she spent actually 6 months or 7 months on the platform before she decided to speak with the Coaching Academy team and roll out this, partnership. So, I mean, that's quick backstory of Delenta about me. But I'm so honored and grateful to be here in front of you and, share this, product with you, which can transform not only your businesses, hopefully your customers as well. That's what we want to do. We want to basically make sure at the end of the day, the impact that you're making or that you want to make, we'll be able to make through Delenta easily and systematically. So, yeah, Sharon, that's about me. Sorry if I missed any other questions you asked. I don't know.
No, it's absolutely brilliant, Sam, because I mean, that was one of the things that the whole senior team here were really impressed about when we first met. That it was what you'd taken from that social experiment and created and adapted and tweaked was a platform where it was, well, first of all, values led, and that was one of the things that the whole senior team here loved, the fact that you were very values led, which aligned with us here. But the second thing was, it was about the fact that you didn't just create a platform that was offered to your client base and it was there, go off and use it. You were very much sort of open and talking to coaches and getting their feedback. So even though you say, oh, I am a tech background, I'm not a coach, it very much feels like a platform that has been created for coaches by coaches. And I think that's because you listen to your client base and you are very much heart-led, values-led, and open to ensuring that the clients that are using your product get the best from it, and I think, it's almost like it feels tailored to coaches, which from my experience, I'm not saying that any other platforms are worse or better. I'm just saying that what I found was that a lot of other platforms out there are trying to support other disciplines as well, whereas the Delenta platform feels very much bespoke for the coaching industry, which is which I really, really loved. I'll come back and ask you a couple of more questions about, the concept around coaching for all, which I know this is sort of another area that is sort of close to your heart. But I'd also like to introduce at this stage Dania. Now, Dania and I have Dania's been fabulous because she's supported me in the early stages of me learning how to use this platform. And those of you that go on to create your opportunity of the 30-day free trial, which we'll talk about in a moment, we'll get to know Dania really well. But Dania, I'd love you to introduce yourself and just a little bit about what you do at Delenta and what sort of brought you to work alongside Sam and the team.
Thank you, Sharon, and hello, everyone. And I'm the one person in the team that you can find who's not technical, right? Rest everyone is coming from technical background, and I have a background in design. And I'm really passionate about humanizing tech, and that's why Sam has put me to do the demos and onboarding, because I know when the whole world is talking about automation and AI, we still want to keep the humanness about the platform and the tech element into it. So I work very closely with our coaches, in terms of onboarding them to the platform, and also to listen to some of the areas where we feel, okay, now this is not something which probably doesn't work in what they are looking for, and take that feedback to the team. And then that goes into our roadmap, and we constantly improve and evolve with our customers. So just to summarize, I would say I'm the most non-technical one. So I totally understand if you are worried about using tech. It's not that scary. As a designer, if I could do it, I'm sure all of you can.
Yeah, and that's great, Dania. And you're responsible for working in partnership with us here at the Coaching Academy, and supporting our students and our graduate coaches to onboard, to learn about the platform, and also to to support them with any technical inquiries. You and your team will support the sort of the technical inquiries. Can you tell us a little bit more about what the 30-day free trial is about? And then maybe talk a little bit about the couple of additional webinars that you will be running over the next couple of weeks.
Great. Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can share my screen. Here we go. Yeah. So as part of the partnership, we are offering a 30-day free trial. Our standard one is just 14 days. With the 30-day one, you can really get access to the 3 exclusive workshops that we have planned out. And it's very specific to Coaching Academy audience, because we've already done 3 workshops the last couple of weeks. And what we have seen is these are some of the key areas that came out of those conversations. So the December 9th is the first one, where we will talk about how you can set up your online presence. So there's a landing page that we offer within our platform. And it's a very hands-on experience where you can really see how other customers have used it, and also get an opportunity to ask any kind of questions. We share best practices as well. And we have the second one, which is on 12th of December, where we are talking about how you can set up your packages, calendar, and other key areas. And we also offer the 4th one, which is after the 3 workshops. Once you subscribe to the Coaching Academy offer, you get a Q&A and an audit session as well, just to again reassure, okay, you've done everything. You need someone to just take a look at it, audit. So we have another one as well as the workshop number 4. But all of this is part of the 30-day free trial. So once you sign up, which I think the landing page is already on the chat, you will get these invites to your email directly.
Brilliant. That's really helpful and really clear. So just for clarification for everybody, really, went to Delenta directly. The standard free trial is 14 days. What Sam and his team have offered, because of the partnership that we're doing alongside them in the Coaching Academy, is to extend that for 30 days. Because for us here at the Coaching Academy, we wanted to make sure that you were really comfortable with the platform. And that means that Sam and Dania will support you in getting used to it. And that's why those sort of onboarding sessions are available. Now, a couple of people have said in the chat, oh, what happens if I can't make the date? We will be delivering some more in January. So if you are interested in that, maybe send, what would you prefer, Dania? Would you prefer that we collect the names and then we can let them know rather than anything else? It's probably the best way, isn't it, for people that can't make it?
Yeah, or I can just add my support email. If they can just drop an email, we'll make sure, when we start the January 1, we'll send them the invite for that. Yeah.
So that might be better. Yeah. So please do. Dania's going to pop her email address or the support email address into the chat box. So if those dates aren't available, email Dania. She'll pop you on the list, and then you will be able to join the January dates. We haven't got those dates available yet. but they will be available. We'll get those dates sorted out next time around, because we're going to do another one of these sessions and then another set of onboarding. Danya, tell me a little bit about the 30-day free trial. What is that about? And do people need to do the free trial if they're going to come along and do the onboarding or the little mini training sessions that you're going to be covering?
Oh, yeah. So with a 30-day free trial, you get access to one of our most popular plan, which is the premium one, which has got all the white label option and some of the really nice features there. But yes, you would need a trial account because, like I said, these workshops are very hands-on. So you will have to open up your dashboard so you can also try it out on your own time. So you do need to have access to the 30-day trial or have a test account with us. And also with the workshop, we do have some action steps that we define. So when we meet on the next one, you've gone ahead, played around with the system. So you have more questions to ask. Again, there's no commitment. You have 30-day trial to just explore. What we are really looking at is use it, test it out, give us feedback and see what you like. And then after the 30-day trial, you can make a decision if you want it now or it's something that you want to do later. You can make a choice at that point.
Fabulous. And I think, that's important, isn't it? Because it may well be that that people are thinking, right, okay, I'm really interested. I want to sort of come along. But it's just so that people know it's not a presentation style. So it's not going to be, Danya, talking at you. And that's why we're recommending that you have your own account. Danya, if somebody at the end thinks, do you know what, after the 30 days, no, it's not for me, there's no ongoing commitment, is there?
No ongoing commitment. In fact, you can cancel your subscription right from your portal itself. So, and also I will also get a message, so I will reach out, but at least it'll be great if you can let us know why that decision. So, we can support you better on the next training. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. Who's been on my belief session, maybe before you enrolled or watched the one on the portal? Because if you have, you probably would have heard my story where I talk about one of my sort of empowering beliefs is, if you don't give it a go, how will you know? And so, that is what I'm going to say today. If you don't give it a go, how will you know? It's a bit of a win-win, really, because if it's not for you at the end of the 30 days, it's, there's no sort of financial commitment. Okay. So let me talk then a little bit more about the additional benefits for the Coaching Academy members, because somebody's asked there about the fees after the 30 days. I'm not sure, Danya, if you want to ask that or whether Sam wants to answer that. I don't know who's best placed to do that.
I can go. I'm just going to share the landing page here just so that everyone can take a look at. So it's at $399 for a year. And when you sign up, yes, we do ask for the credit card details, and that's purely for the verification purpose. So once that's done, before your 30-day trial, you would get 2 reminders from us. And in case if you don't want to go ahead with it, you can go ahead and cancel your account from your own platform. And after the 30-day trial, it's at $399 for the first year.
Fabulous. So again, just to sort of for clarity for everybody that's here today, that £540 that you saw in grey above that is the fee that you would normally pay if you went to Delenta directly. So this is only available because of the special partnership that we have with Delenta. So Sam and his team have arranged that. So again, just to sort of let you know, again, what does that work out? £30 a month or something like that. And, but obviously it's a payment in advance. But when you think about all of the other things that we may have subscriptions on, then that starts to reduce all of the amount of costs and overheads that we potentially have. Sam, let me ask you sort of a quick question, because some of the things that came up on the previous webinar were about integration. And I know that you're really keen on making sure that the sessions, that the platform is as streamlined as possible. So what if I use Zoom, or maybe I use Teams, or maybe I use Google? Have I got to change, or can I integrate that into Delenta, and how does that work?
Yeah, no, great question. I think most of us after sort of pandemic, we start using different digital tool like Zoom, Microsoft Team, Google Meet. They are one of the popular ones. So we actually integrate with those tools for you to plug that into Delenta. So today, for example, you might have to go and create a Zoom link, share that with your customer, and with the invite, and you have to send all this information, and then you have to sort of use a different tool to take notes while you're on the call, maybe, or after, and then you need to sort of share, send an email with all these notes and say these are the action points. Now, what we have done is to make things much, much simpler. So even talking about that, like you can imagine how many tabs that you need to open in the browser, and you need to jump in between different tools and all that. So what we want to do is we want to bring Zoom. If you're using Zoom, you plugged into Delenta, you can basically sort of connect that into Delenta using your password. So every time you schedule a session within Delenta, it creates a unique Zoom link for that session. And when you complete that session, what happens is there's something called coaching log in our platform, which is like ICF coaching log, which you're probably aware that you need to sort of create a number of hours. It gets recorded already, right? So you don't have to manually add that. It gets recorded. You can see in the log who did you speak with and how long you spent time on that session, all that. And then if you're sort of keeping track of how many sessions, like Sharon was talking about earlier, on a different spreadsheet, like maybe let's say around you basically sort of sold a coaching package or coaching program with the number of sessions, and now you want to make sure that you keep track of that session. So we track that automatically. You can see in the program, okay, there are 10 sessions that this particular client eligible to have. Now you completed 2 sessions and only 6 sessions remaining. And they can schedule a session with your Zoom as well, like, from their own portal, client portal. So we have made it so simple, like, what you just have to basically plug Zoom into Delenta, your Google Meet or Teams, and then you can simply schedule sessions. We also provide something called booking calendar. I'm just going to touch base on that also, Sharon, just to make sure that you understand how it works. So, today, if you're using a booking calendar software or even booking calendar system, you probably have some kind of integration to that software. So Delenta also have booking calendar software which connected with your booking calendar, video conferencing system. So if somebody book a time with you, it creates automatically a new link, unique link, send the reminders, all that taken care of, right? Again, you're using a one browser tab for all of these activities. You just have to basically integrate Delenta, Zoom into, your video conferencing system into Delenta. Now, the other thing that you want to basically consider is if you want to make sure that your clients, will book sessions with you up to a number of sessions, you can limit that. So no booking calendar system can do that. Like, if you're using Calendly or Acuity or any other software, you probably can see as much as they can book sessions if they have the link to access, right? And what Delenta would do is we will basically limit the number of sessions that client can book up to that eligible number, whatever that you have sold to them, basically. So you entire process. So let's talk about a little bit of integrations like Calendarly softwares, like calendar softwares, like for example, Outlook, we might be using, Google, you might be using, right? So you can integrate up to 6 calendar accounts into Delenta. and populate your availabilities accordingly. So that will basically avoid those double bookings and stuff like that. So, integration wise, we are doing a lot, in terms of, MailChimp integration, MailerLite integrations, all that. I don't sort of, bore you with too much technology and product names here, but we are much like Sharon said, very integrated platform. What we want to do is we want you to be on our platform on Delenta and do all these activities under one solution. So when you get up, you open your coaching business, you have only one solution to use and specialize in. That's all, and everything else basically done by Delenta by feeding data into other systems, etc. So hopefully that will give you a quick view about how integrated the platform is.
Fantastic. And you can do your invoicing from there as well, can't you? And it'll sort of tell you if the client then, if they've got installments, the client then is ready to pay the next installment, the coach gets the reminder, which again, so everything is all sort of in one place, which is really helpful. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I think one of the things that at least from my experience now, last 2-3 years, speaking with coaching businesses a lot, is that we underestimate the sort of payment management aspect, like how quickly you can basically create a payment page, share that, and that person basically can, work with you, immediately, instantly. So we have made it so simple by helping you to integrate your Stripe account or PayPal account to Delenta, and you just have to share the link. Like, so basically you can create a very simple page with the information that you need to enter. You don't have to have even technical skills to do that. You just have to answer those questions. How much is your package? How many sessions? What conferencing system you're using? All of this information, you just have to enter, and we auto-populate that into a landing page, and you can share that link or integrate that into your website or like connect with your website, or you can even share that on your social media post. So that can be done in like a couple of minutes max without anybody's help. So Tanya and her team will explain how it works. So this will make your transactions go smoother, and also fast. So if a customer wants to really work with you then and there on a call, you should be able to create that like custom package very quickly. And share that, and the invoices, all that goes automatically. You don't have to sort of think, or the payments are tracked. If you want to do maybe like group workshop, for example, sometimes we have coaches come to us and say, I can't imagine how I can do a group workshop. Like, I don't know where to start. Like, I need a web developer. I don't know all that stuff, right? So they are quite confused. They're already discouraged by the time they get to us. So we can basically make entire process very, very simple. With a few clicks, you can create the package page and share them on with your customers or social media.
Great, thank you, Sam. Before I go back to Danya, I'd like to just ask you another question, if I may. And in this sort of world, Sam, of sort of digital privacy and hacking and that type of thing, Sam, can you just sort of share with people who might be just sort of wondering, how secure is the data? Because data protection these days is so important. And I know that's something that, you and your team really pride yourself on, where that's concerned. So could you just sort of share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a very good, even hot topic. Like recently, I was listening to one of the ICF webinars as well. They're talking about how they need to change the compliance governance in terms of what technology use and how they have to be compliant, because they need to protect the coachees, right? Like clients at the end of the day, it's their data is, they have to feel secure and protected. So this is Delenta has been investing from day one, like GDPR. We are based in the UK. The data is stayed in the UK, and we have something called ISO 27001 2022 standard, which is the latest cybersecurity governance standard that you can have, and that basically give us as organization to be speaking with you very confidently, like how often we do pen test, how often we take care of your data, how we delete data. All of these things have been documented and sort of produced as a privacy policies and all that. If in case sometimes we have these situations where you might come across a customer organization, maybe like, let's say, for example, bank. They are quite conscious about their employees' data, and they want you to sort of give them some level of assurance, right? So you can come to us. If you're using Delenta, you can say, okay, you know what, I'm using a technology which basically have these things ticked off. And you can always ask us, data protection policy, privacy policies, and you can produce them to those procurement teams for them to feel secure and confident about that you're providing coaching in a technology that already ticked off all these boxes. It's so becoming hot today, to be honest. And this is one of the things that we are very proud about. We are based in the UK. You're most of things, I guess, in Europe or UK, and we keep the data in the UK. We basically sort of almost governance that our business is quite similar to the governance in your business, and if you look at the policies, privacy policies, all that come on the same kind of a what you call legal systems. So yeah, so in that sense we are quite aligned, and we are happy to be able to support you compared to our customers in America.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the data protection is different in the US. And I think that's really important for people to understand that, Delenta is a UK-based company who really have worked to ensure that the data protection is of the highest level to meet European and UK standards. Because to say, it's very different in the US. Their standards are different. Thank you, Sam. Tanya, can I come back to you and ask a couple of questions, if I may, just to sort of around some other areas, sort of maybe around the sort of the design and sort of the visibility side of things. So we've got some different levels of coaches here. We've got some that have already created their businesses and some that are sort of on the way. First of all, could you just sort of share a little bit, first of all, about what if somebody already has a website? How can they utilize Delenta alongside an existing website if they're already established as a coach?
Great. Thank you, Sharon. That's a great question. So before I answer that, I want to just take Cheryl's question because it's similar to, your question as well. So if you're looking at creating a website, like Cheryl has mentioned, saying it's really put her off because creating a website, the whole admin one has really delayed her to start a coaching business. So that's why the Delenta landing page is designed where you can really set it up in 30 minutes. And we have done that on all our training program. But if you already have a website, then all of these elements, for example, the calendar or even the client portal, the packages, all of that can be embedded to your website as well. And you don't need to know coding or designing. It's a simple hyperlink. It's already from our platform. You just hyperlink it to your WordPress or Squarespace or any of those website one. And it'll be quite seamless because even the landing pages, the colors, all of that can be customized to your own branding. The tone of voice can be customized as well with the email templates. So it's a true white label solution end to end. And the goal is, even if your clients or leads are coming from your website, it's the same user experience that they would get when they log into your portal. And even the client portal, all of that would be unified with your branding.
Brilliant. Now, the other little sort of snazzy sort of add-on feature is the online chat. How does that work between the coach and the client?
Yeah, that's one of our very popular feature because today another problem what we are seeing is the emails don't land to the inbox, right? So even at time, if the client wants to reach out to the coach, they can simply send a live chat message through their portal, and the coachee can receive that on their portal as well. We also have a mobile app, so anything sessions on the go, any communication can be streamlined with the app. And so you really don't need to have email communication. It can all be through the chat feature, and it's inbuilt within the system.
Fabulous. Lovely, lovely. Now, we've got time for sort of a couple of sort of questions, Dania. I know you've been monitoring the chat box, but before we do, in case anybody needs to sort of jump off for another call, I wonder if, Catherine, if you could just put the link to the trial again. And Dania, can you just remind everybody when those sort of onboarding training sessions were again, and the timings, just sort of to refresh everybody's memories.
Sure. Yeah. So the training program will begin next week, the first one, which is on the 9th of December. And once you sign up for the 30-day free trial, you would get the invite automatically to your email inbox. And then the next one is on the 12th, and the final one is on the 18th. So these are the 3 training upcoming workshops.
And that was 6 o'clock, did you say? Sorry.
Yes, 6 o'clock on all the 3 days. Yeah.
Wonderful. Fantastic. So nice, light bite-sized mini training sessions. As I say, you need to activate your 30-day free trial to be able to really integrate and have that sort of experiential learning on the session.
Sharon, quickly, I just want to sort of jump in because it's a very interesting thing just Dana mentioned, and I just want to sort of piggyback on that, if that is okay. I mean, when you're building your coaching business, because there are, individuals who are in the sort of a journey to get qualified and certified, all that, and you're maybe looking to scale your business or grow your business. What we have seen in the industry is that the credibility is such great importance. Like, for, people, individual, they just think, he's the right coach, he's the right coach, how we can basically work together. And more people become more digital savvy. So the client portal that we have designed, even we actually redesigned the client portal based on the sort of this year feedback. So every year we renew and continuously improve the product. And what we want to do is, for example, there are ADHD coaching that you might do, or life coaching, that they're individuals, like maybe females that you're probably targeting. So they're professionals. So all of these people, when they start using the client portal that Dani was talking about, start live chat and all this, they become a more like they build a habit of going to their own portal and check resources that you shared with them, check notes, action points. You probably have a YouTube videos sometimes you share, or resources that you share. They all stay in one place, that make your business much more professional, and they even consider to pay even more compared to the another coach who's just using a Zoom link and running with the website. So nothing wrong with that. There's no absolute, we're absolutely fine with that. And there's you can decide how you want to do it. What we have seen is the feedback we are getting is, hey, Sam and the team, can you please help us to improve this area, because we see more and more customers coming to us in this area, and we love you to basically invest a little bit more. So we basically go and invest elsewhere, the mobile app, client portal, branded client portal. So your brand need to be recognized. They should basically feel secure. One more thing I'm going to tell you as a tip, maybe that you can sort of consider, if you're not not doing this, try to give, once you're on Delenta, can you can offer pro bono sessions, right? Or low bonus sessions. You can create a package very simply, give them a 2 or 3 sessions within the platform, give them experience. This is how you conduct your business. This is your processes. This is how you can, interact with me, access my resources. And what we've seen is the conversion from there to become a customer is much more higher compared to a conversion from just going to a landing page and sign up and sending emails to my email box. So those are like very simple things. I think we did not really think about at the time, but now we more and more we see people using the product. We can see the client portal being used quite heavily, is because of these reasons, and that also increase the revenue of that particular coaching company. So we look at these analytics ourselves. So we want to basically put more investment to you to grow, and you to basically be the success stories as much as possible. So yeah, just want to share those 2 things, Sharon. Yeah, hopefully that's
and that's important, Sam. Thank you, because it doesn't really matter where someone is on their coaching journey. If they're just starting, they can keep their pro bono sessions on there and start to sort of build an online community. If somebody is well established as a coach, then of course it may be that they're doing group coaching programs or training sessions, etc., etc. So it sort of supports you wherever you are in your business to scale and maximize. So thank you, Sam. I think that's really important. We've got time just for a couple of sort of questions. Danya, I'm going to leave you to pull out the ones that you think are most important from the chat box, and maybe either yourself or Sam can answer those.
Sure.
Oh, the latest one that's just popped in is an interesting one. Will it include basic templates like invoices and contracts? And I know that is a feature, so that's why I pulled that one out.
Yeah, so we do have inbuilt contract templates. It's as per the ICF one as well. And also there are a bunch of email templates which would go from your own branded template as well, which you can customize it. So this is where if you want to customize to based on your brand tone, you are able to change those content as well. But there are a bunch of templates, and also there's forms within the platform. And we do have some templates, but you can also create your own forms, which you can use it for session feedback, any kind of intake forms, all of that can be created within the platform.
And it has sort of like the online contract thing as well. So, for example, those coaches that are already qualified, if you're using Calendly, if you're using DocuSign, you won't need to pay that subscription in addition because it's already built into the platform. So there's digital signatures that are available, and and the calendar booking system. So it's not like that you've got your Delenta subscription and you're also paying for those additional ones as well. Daniel, what other good questions have we missed in the chat?
In terms of finances as well, so I've already shared a screenshot how we can monitor all of that within the platform. And a couple of interesting ones just to add to that is even with the Delenta landing page, you can see the number of visits that's come to your landing page. So if you're doing your social media posts, blogs, just share the landing page one and you can track it on your own platform. That's one interesting question.
I think there was one about existing client data being imported.
Yeah, that was in the beginning. Yeah. Sam, do you want to take that question? How can we, the existing
Okay. Yeah, so if you want to bring your existing customers into Delenta, you can import them into a sort of a CSV file. We have a template that you can, populate your customer informations with, and you can import it Delenta and you can invite from there. Or the simplest way we can, we have seen is, let's say, for example, you have a customer with maybe 5 sessions remaining, they already had 5 sessions remaining. You create a coaching package with 5 sessions and share the link with that person to sort of sign up with your services, and then the rest Delenta will take care of. So it's just a matter of like simply creating some coaching packages to onboard them. It's very straightforward, to be honest. If you want to bring all these notes and things like that, you can of course copy and paste them into the system. And if you want to sort of make it shareable, you can make it shareable, or you can keep it private. So all that can populate it within the platform as well.
Great, thank you. Danya, do you mind just sharing in the chat box maybe the support email again? Because there may be people here today that have come because they're interested, but they're not quite ready yet in their coaching journey. So that you can contact them again in the new year and just sort of share the new dates, which obviously we're going to sort after this session today. That would be great.
Yeah.
So Danya will pop that into the chat box. So yeah, if you're early on in your coaching journey, or the dates that we've shared in December don't work for you, but you're keen to sort of do that free trial and do that experiential onboarding with Danya and her team, then that will be all there for you to follow up on. So before we close out, was there anything else that you would like to share with everybody here today?
Is that a question for? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
again, I love what you're doing. I just want to sort of congratulate you for either taking the step or running a business, in the coaching space. I believe this is the next thing that people need in life. Like, I hope, the schools will adopt this, organizations will adopt this, and, more and more coaches will be, recognized. And we see that even in the sort of a tech startup space, a lot of organizations want coaches. We basically introduce coaches to organizations as well. A lot of things happening in this space. So congratulations for starting this coaching business, and keep going with the business and making that impact. And we love to have you on our platform, and talk about your stories one day on our social media and other spaces. So thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks, Sam. Danya, before we finish off our session today, anything else that you wanted to share, and perhaps just sort of to mention, okay, so what happens after that trial, after those onboarding sessions, if anybody needs any additional training information, how do they access that? So I know you've got some online support tools, and also your team are available too.
Sure, thank you, Sharon. So let's say we finish the 30-day free trial, and once you become a Delenta customer as well, there is a live chat within the platform. You can reach our support team anytime. And usually what we encourage is, if you get stuck, ask questions. We are here to help. With a 30-day free trial, you will get enough and more time and training to really explore the platform. And we are here to support you. So the live chat is a place to go.
Great, fantastic. Anything else from the chat box before we finish?
So there is, again, going back to the contract one, can Delenta manage everything on one platform? You wouldn't need any other tools. Yes, it's not just for the coaches, it's also for the clients. You're giving them one single space where they can go back, reflect on the notes. They don't have to go through the email threads. It's all in one place for them. So and we offer unlimited portals. We forgot to mention that it's unlimited portals, so for your prospects as well. So even if they haven't subscribed to any of your packages, you can give them your coaching space, onboard them to your portal, and streamline the communication and keep engaging with them. That's, I think, Tripta's question. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. I think, other than someone just asked a question about sharing this link. So we will be doing some more of these in the new year. So no need to sort of share this, although what we will be doing is popping this information onto our Coaching Academy YouTube channel, but it's also being shared onto the Facebook page. But yeah, we will be having another introduction session in January for anybody who missed this. So spread the word, tell your fellow coaching buddies and study buddies, and tell them about today, and to look out for our session in January as well. Okay, well, it's 1 o'clock, and thank you for those of you who hung on for the additional 15 minutes. I really appreciate that. As you can see, there's just so much. There's so much buzz and curiosity around coaching platforms at the moment. So if you're interested in finding out more, make sure that you sign up for that free trial, and Danya will take you through the program. And yeah, well, you get on, because I'm curious to see how you're getting on with it as well. And that, thank you so much from me, from Sam, from Danya, from Catherine, and from everybody at the team. Thank you for spending the last hour with us. I look forward to seeing you all on Coaching Conversations next week. But until then, take care, everybody. Bye for now.